Hey guys, in this one, I want to go over the top 5 web hosts for this year if you want to set up a website or a WordPress website. So if you're looking to set up a blog or a business website or even an e-commerce website when you can actually accept payments, then WordPress can do that. And these hosts really do offer some of the cheapest WordPress hosting around. So I'm going to go through the top 5 that I have experience with. And let's just get straight into the first one, which is HostGator. So HostGator is actually owned by an American company called Endurance International. They're absolutely massive and they offer web hosting under a ton of different brands. They have loads of businesses, but HostGator is a popular one. It's really good for beginners, which is why I put it on this list. It also has WordPress hosting, which is amongst the cheapest around. They say that they have 99.9% uptime for their sites. So if you host a site with them, then it's going to be up and available to access. No one, well, at least none of these hosts anyway, claim to have 100% uptime. It's kind of unclaimable, but 99.9% is good. And well, I've never had any issues with them anyway. So you can get a single domain hosted with them for around $275 a month. This is US dollars. And you also get a free domain when you sign up, which I think is pretty cool. So just sign up with them, pay under $3 a month, get a free domain. So it's pretty low cost if you're looking for WordPress hosting. You also get unmetered bandwidth as well. So if you just suddenly blow up and your site gets loads of traffic, then you're not going to have to pay more for that traffic. So that's definitely a good consideration. Something good I like about HostGator as well is that you can actually pay a little bit more and get more benefits. So if you pay like $1 extra a month, you can actually get unlimited domains on that hosting, which means you don't have to have one site. You can buy way more domains, put them on that same hosting plan. So you can have 10 websites for only like $1 more a month, which I think is really good. Some of the other hosts do this as well, but HostGator certainly does it. You also get unlimited storage, so if you have a website that has a lot of videos, a lot of media that you upload to it, it's unlimited on HostGator. It's a good thing. You can also install WordPress very, very easily when you sign up. The next one is Dreamhost, and this is an LA-based company, or at least the company's based in LA, but they do have servers all over the world. They've been going since 1996, so yeah, a very, very long time. They've got a good track record. They also have a ton of options as well. So when you're signing up, you can have a lot of add-ons and they do increase the price a little bit. But if you're thinking that your site or whatever it may be may grow over time, then there's a lot of add-ons here. Also, if you're a complete beginner and you don't know how to maybe design a website or use Elementor or like free themes on WordPress, they have a lot of other options that you can basically just pay the money and they'll do everything for you. So if you want your site designed by them, they can do that. You pay for the hosting, you pay for that as well. So there's a lot of add-ons and things that you can pay for with them, and they're really a service in general, not just web hosting. So the web hosting, I think it's about $4 a month right now. You get one website with that, but unlimited traffic all around. And WordPress is pre-installed with that plan, so no worries there. You do have to pay extra for email though, which is kind of a bummer. And a lot of the cheaper web hosts do this just to reduce the price. So if you want an email with your domain, so like your name at yourdomain.com, then you're gonna have to pay a little bit extra a month. I think it's like $1 or $2 a month. So just to keep that in mind, and also from the starter option to the next option, it's a bit of a big jump in terms of money. So it may be good for you depending on what you want. But there are some other providers that I'll mention that really don't jump up in terms of price. So you can just add on the little bits that you actually want and are specifically good for you without having to buy loads of extras that you don't actually need. With Dreamhost as well, you can actually choose monthly or annual plans. So obviously the annual plan, if you do pay every 12 months, is going to be cheaper. But if you're a beginner, you just want to start out and maybe get to know the ropes, you don't really know if there's anyone that's going to come onto your site, then you can just pay for a month. It's going to be more expensive for that month, but it's cheaper than buying 12 months. So that's a good thing with Dreamhost, you can do that. Then we have Bluehost, and I think Bluehost is really good for beginners. It's just really simple to sign up with them. The hosting plans are simple to understand. WordPress is basically installed already. It's just like a one-click install when you sign up for your hosting plan, and it's all there laid out for you. It's a really simple process. Bluehost is actually owned by Endurance, which is the same company that owns HostGator. So it's the same company that runs these, but they're slightly different brands and they offer slightly different things. I actually use Bluehost personally for my sites and hosting these days. And if you want to check them out, I'll put some links and more information in the description below so you can go and have a look. But they offer some of the cheapest hosting. It's $275 a month. And what I found good about Bluehost is that I could pay in pounds sterling in the UK. It's an American company. It accepts dollars and some other currencies as well. So if you're actually not from the States, you might want to check it out because you can actually pay in your own currency. I will put my link below because if you do use that, you can get a free domain when you sign up as well. They do start pretty much at the cheapest rate you can get for web hosting. One downside though is that you do have to pay for email. So just like Dreamhost, if you want email as extra, then you'd have to add like $1 or something on every month for Microsoft 365 email. If you don't want that, then it just is cheaper, and I don't actually use it. I just use my Outlook and Gmail. The reason I use Bluehost is because I use some add-ons, and overall it actually comes out cheaper even with the add-ons than basically all of the other options. So I add a few things onto my hosting, such as unlimited domains, and I basically compared the prices and it came out cheapest for me at the time. So that's why I'm with Bluehost right now. Next, we move on to SiteGround, and this is the only company in the list that actually isn't American. So this is actually a Bulgarian company, and they have some servers themselves in Europe, the States, I think Singapore and Australia as well. But they also use a ton of Cloudflare servers as well. SiteGround is really well reviewed by customers. They claim to have a 99.99% uptime, so maybe a little bit better than the others. But I found they are quite expensive. At least they are more expensive than the ones in this list just for plain hosting. I think it's about $6 or $7 a month if you do the conversion into USD, which is like double the price of most of these. And they do give you some limitations as well in terms of the amount of visitors that you can have each month before you have to upgrade your plan. So I thought I'd put them in because they are well rated, but they certainly are the most expensive in this list. Email is included in their hosting though, so that's definitely worth $1 or $2, but even with that, they are slightly more expensive. You might want to check them out for their package. It might suit you very well, but other than that, it is slightly more expensive, but as I said, they are quite well rated. GoDaddy is the next on the list. If you're in the States, I'm sure you've heard of GoDaddy, and they are very big, very popular. And I used GoDaddy for years and years. The very first site that I built was with GoDaddy. That was way long ago when I used to actually have to code it myself, right? Like CSS and use MySQL servers. And yeah, that was a long time ago, but I don't really use them anymore. Although I put them on this list because they are really solid, great customer service, and you get very affordable plans with them. With GoDaddy, I think it starts around $3 a month right now for some limited web hosting, pretty much similar as the others. So maybe a little bit more expensive than Bluehost to start, but with GoDaddy, you get tons of options and add-ons that you can pay for. And to be honest, these can add up to actually quite a lot of money. You don't have to take them, of course, and that may be a benefit for you if you want to grow and maybe want some different add-ons like site builders and all things like this, which are paid. But you can do a lot of that for free yourself, and you can definitely go and watch my other tutorials in terms of building websites with WordPress and Elementor and getting free themes. That is all free. It takes a couple of hours to set up a site. You can pay GoDaddy for it, or you can do it free yourself. You do get a free domain with GoDaddy, so that matches Bluehost and HostGator. You also get free email, which is really good, but only for the first year. So it kind of ties you in, especially if you start using that email and then you get used to it and then they start charging you. It's kind of annoying. So these little things are definitely good to keep an eye on. GoDaddy is a great company and very solid overall though as a choice. So as I said, I use Bluehost myself. It's the most affordable for me for what I want. You can go and check them out in the link in the description below and get a free domain if you sign up. Other than that, you can check out my other videos if you want to learn about WordPress websites, web hosting, also designing sites and using all the free tools to build a site completely for free. You can go and check those out. Other than that, best of luck with your website and your hosting. I hope this one was helpful. If it was, please give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one.